Oh, hey, y'all. Hey, Jesus is Lord. The Word works. Thank God the Word works. Quit making excuses. Quit saying, I can't. The devil's the one that says you can't. God said you can. The Bible says, I can do all things through Christ who has strengthened me. And he that's in me is greater than he that's in the world, or greater than all the circumstances. You can change your circumstances by going to the Word of God, meditating in the Word of God, saying what the Word said. Now, yesterday I talked a little bit about Gideon. The Israelites had been taken captive by the Midianites. Yesterday I said Idianites. Listen, the children of Israel began to cry unto God for deliverance, and so God was going to send them a deliverer. Now watch. I'm going to go back and read this because it's so powerful. The angel of the Lord appeared unto Gideon and said, The Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. Then Gideon said, You're the one that put us in this situation. You allowed it to take place, like a lot of Christians believe. No, he allowed it to take place. Now watch this. This is the way Gideon felt about himself rather than what God said about him. He said, He said, Oh, my Lord, verse 15, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. Now see, he had a defeated attitude. He like the woman that had the issue of blood, a grow worse image. He had this attitude of, I can't do it. I mean, why'd you mess with me? My family's poor. We don't have any money. Ooh, come on. Oh goodness. Believers are supposed to be blessers, not beggars. Preachers are supposed to be blessers, not beggars. Will you help me do what God called me to do? If God called you to do it, He'll provide the method to do it. He'll provide the needs to get the job done. Quit begging people and start doing what God told you to do. I'm talking to you that are listening to me, preachers that are listening to me. Quit begging and looking to man and look to the covenant, look to God. You see, Gideon had that problem. Well, our family's poor. In other words, we don't have any money. I told you this the other day. I used to travel a lot when I had a big church, big ministry to support us. Well, when I turned that over to my son, he pastors the church now, I run out of my support, and I hadn't traveled much because I forgot that God's my source. I thought the church was my source. You forgot that God's your source. You thought your job was your source, or you forgot that God was your source, and you thought your good health was your source. No. None of that has anything to do with it. Get the Gideon attitude out of your mind that, well, I can't do it because I'm poor. And he said, and I'm the least of all of the people in my father's house. But God wasn't looking at that. I need to preach all day. Man, dear God. Oral Roberts, Kenneth E. Hagin, Billy Graham, Smith Wigglesworth, and on and on and on. The great men of God. They were farmers. They were poor. They were stutterers. They didn't have any money. Charles Capps. You talk about people that was used of God, didn't have any. Listen, get off of your stool of I can't do nothing and making excuses and realize God's bigger than your problem. Listen, I want you to know that God's bigger enough to get the job done. He that's within you is greater than he that's within the world. We'll come back to this tomorrow. I'm not through with Gideon yet because God told him to go forth in the power of his might, not to go forth in the power of my might. He was saying to Gideon, go forth in the power of this that I said, thou art a mighty man of God. Hey, it's a great day. Remember all day, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.